Oh, damn. Oh, damn, look at that. Ooh, shoot, let's get it.
Here's how you make an entrance.
Come here, agonizer.
Palm into the street.
Bop.
That's how you want the vault thief to die. We got moderators standing by.
Holy crap, look at the damage, dude.
Viewers, palm into the street.
Dude, what the hell?
Want the vault thief to die.
Oh, no way, he's already dead? Let's go. Can I get a reflux off of you, Gen V, anytime? Oh my god, damn, she's getting murked. Oh, damn.
Come closer.
Woo! Let's go. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Scare Soldier back with another Borderlands 3 video, and in today's video we are going to be looking at God Splash Moze. So this is the final version of Splash Moze build that I've been posted recently on the channel. We have acquired all the God roll stuff in the game, so I want to present to you guys what that looks like, and I'm going to tell you guys all the spots to farm for the stuff, and also I'm going to be showing you some gameplay of just how effective this build is once you get all the God rolls on Moze. I'm going to show you the capabilities of her and how insane she is. I think she does actually the most damage out of any Vault Hunter in the game, and let me rephrase that. What I mean by that is she does the most damage in the game the easiest. So I don't have to slide, I don't have to sprint super fast, I don't have to do anything. I literally just shoot my weapon and I can do millions of damage, no problem. So that's kind of what I mean by that. So yeah, so anyways, let's get into the actual weapons before and then that's it. So first of all, the weapons you're going to want to have is the Yellow Cake. This is the best RPG in the game. The ×2 variant is the highest you can get. We have the 300% anointment. This is the best anointment to have on weapons that have the potential to one-shot enemies. So this is one of the anointments you're going to want to farm for. If you want to farm this weapon, you have to turn on your event, and you're gonna have to go ahead and kill Joey Ultraviolet at his mansion. You can also get this weapon actually by keeping the event enabled and going around that planet, and those little beacons that call in those enemies, you kill those event enemies and they also have a chance to drop the Yellow Cake for you. I think it's one of the bosses, I forgot his name, but yeah, they have a chance to drop the Yellow Cake for you nonetheless, so keep your event turned on. Now, the other weapon that I love, and it's actually probably one of my second favorite rocket launchers of the game, is the Plague Bearer. This is very similar to how the Scourge is in terms of that it has homing projectiles on it. But what's really cool about this weapon is that those homing projectiles do a whole bunch of damage and all have the potential to one-shot enemies as well. So therefore we have the 300% anointment to make that easier for us. And if you want to farm the Plague Bearer, you have to go ahead on Eden 6 and go farm the Warden. So that's a very easy way to go ahead and get this weapon. We also have Corrosive on this because Corrosive, there are enemies in the game such as Wotan who have an armor health bar. So this is a very good way to take out his health. And finally, we have the Monarch. Now, for the farming thing, if you want to get this Monarch, you have to go over to, and I have the sheet in front of me, is you have to go ahead and kill Kilovolt. This is at Lecter City, so if you want to go ahead and get the Monarch, you have to go kill Kilovolt. And the Monarch is an amazing weapon with Moze. It's super hard in bipod mode. You can have different anointments on this. You don't need a 300%. You can actually throw on the 125 bonus incinerate damage for the next 2 mags. This is amazing. You can also throw on the consecutive hit anointment. That's also a very good one. But nonetheless, you're going to want to have a Monarch for sure. Now, once you acquire all these weapons, this is pretty much all you need, and then you're set. But if you did want to equip some different weapons in your inventory to get some variety, you can have the weapon Chaosin. If you want to farm the Chaosin, Trant drops this. I would recommend the ×2 variant with the 300% anointment. That would be a very good gun to have. And again, if you want to farm most of these weapons such as the Yellow Cake, the Plague Bearer, the Monarch, the Chaosin, you have to be in Mayhem 6 or more. So if you're in Mayhem 4, you will not be able to get these guns to drop, guys. So you got to be in Mayhem 6 or greater. And also the other weapons that I would like is the OPQ system. That's an amazing weapon to have. It's very, very powerful. The Sandhawk is also very, very strong. If you want to farm the OPQ system, by the way, you have to go ahead and kill Joey Ultraviolet. This is one of his drops. The Sandhawk is also an amazing sniper rifle, fully automatic, has a potential to one-shot enemies, and because it has that ×9 extra projectile, it's very, very powerful and really makes it easy to proc our Minesweeper. And then for the OPQ system, this is the highest variant you can get, by the way, is a ×2. Just for those who want to know. Now for the shield, now we're messing with the Old God, and for the Old God, for your farming purposes, you're going to want to have and head over to the DLC 2. And you're going to want to farm Tom and Zam. They're the best farm for this shield, by the way. So you're going to have to go over there to the DLC number 2. And then basically the anointment we have is ASC. This is great for doing some extra elemental damage to bosses. We don't really need ASC for when we're mobbing because we're already doing so much damage as it is. So if you guys want it, I would also throw on the anointment after exiting Iron Bear. Gains 75% increased shields and health for 25 seconds. This anointment is super, super good and can be always used and always active because 25 seconds is a long enough time to get Iron Bear right back. And then once it is over, you can just jump in it again and get your bonuses right back. The other shields, if you don't have the Old God, I like the Stopgap, the Recharger, the One-Shotter shield's also kind of good. Not necessarily with this build, actually. I would just stick to the Old God, but yeah, the One-Shotter shield can be fun to play around with. Now for the grenade, we're using the cloning matting tracker. We have a level 57 version with the best anointment you can get on the grenade itself. Now the anointment is super important because this is going to increase our weapon damage, our grenade damage, and by increasing our grenade damage, our Minesweeper will be affected and this will get increased bonuses. And also with the cloning matting tracker, it activates and lasts very long, so this is a good way for our Vampire to keep giving us health when we're throwing grenades. Now for the artifact, quickly, we're using the Atom Bomb. You don't want a Deathless, guys, and I'll repeat it. You do not want a Deathless for this build. The reason I have a Deathless is because this is the one that has the God rolls at the bottom on it. I do not have a Victory Rush. That's all I'm missing. But nonetheless, you want an Atom Bomb, Victory Rush, or Auto Idol. And the rolls you're going to want to have are the 40% area of effect damage. This is insanely good. Pretty much, if you have the 40% area of effect damage, the other two rolls at the bottom you guys can live without, but again, if you guys can get mag size or some sort of elemental damage bonus, you guys are doing very, very good at life. But nonetheless, the area of effect damage makes this build go from 0 to 100 real quick, and that's one of the rolls you're going to want to chase. I know it's quite hard to farm these exact rolls that you see down below. That's why I just said look for the area of effect damage with your Atom Bomb, Victory Rush, or Atom Bomb, Auto Idol, and you guys are all set. The other artifacts I would like to mention is that the Pearl is amazing also if you don't have the Atom Bomb, but definitely you want an artifact such as an Atom Bomb because it gives you 3 rolls, and the Pearl does not come with the area of effect damage, and the area of effect damage is much more valuable than the actual Pearl actually is. But yeah, you can also have a Pearl if you don't have the Atom Bomb Deathless with area of effect. For the meantime, everybody should be getting that from DLC 2 anyways. Claptrap gives it to you in the middle of the campaign. The other ones I like to mention also is the Snowdrift. You don't want a Deathless again, guys, but again, the Snowdrift is also very good because Moze is a slow character. This helps her slide faster and get around the map a little quicker, and also this one has area of effect damage on it, so very, very strong as well. But just make sure, bottom line, you have an area of effect artifact. All right, guys, that's the bottom line, like a Snowdrift, an Atom Bomb, or even a Pearl. The Pearl you can't get area of effect, but yeah, those are the artifacts you're going to want to mess around with. All right, guys. Now for the class mods you're going to want to have is the Minesweeper. Now right now, if you want to farm any class mod for Moze, including the Minesweeper, you want to go head over to Necrodophea, and you're going to want to go to Desolation's Edge, and you're going to be farming for the class mod very easily by simply just killing enemies around the map. They have a chance to drop class mods for you. Now this is a god roll class mod, guys. It's going to be very hard for you guys to farm, but once you guys do get this, you guys are going to be living life. The splash damage is amazing. Splash damage radius with heavy weapon damage combination literally makes this build insanely strong, guys, like doing millions. I'm talking about tens of millions of damage very, very easily, guys. So definitely want to go ahead and try to find some sort of splash damage roll on your Minesweeper. But if you can get some of these rolls right here, man, you guys are winning at life. Now next is the skill tree real quick. It's the same as my last splash build, my splash Moze build, guys. So it's nothing's changed. If you want me, I can go over it real quick, but you guys can skip this part and go over to the gameplay. But quickly, guys, I got the Cloud of Lead. This is going to give us a chance not to consume ammo every 4 shots with bonus incinerate damage. We're getting Stoked Embers. This gives us another 30% incinerate damage. Then we get Redistribution. This is great because it gives us ammo regen, health regen, which is really powerful. And then Scrappy also gives us another free 30% weapon damage. Scourging RPMs is going to give us more fire rate, more critical damage, and then Rushing Offensive is going to give us an ability to actually get lifesteal for sprinting. So if we're in trouble, we just sprint and shoot at enemies and we get all our health right back. So this is also another option to get health back with Moze. And because Moze is such a slow character, it does help sometimes to sprint and shoot. Iron Bank, we don't really spec too hard in that. We don't really need it too much because we do want click to work as fast as possible, and it does work really well because the fire rate of some of these weapons, such as the Yellow Cake, it heats up really quickly. The Monarch shoots insanely fast, so you get down to those low magazine sizes even with the Forge and the redistribution working together. Regen your ammo. You cannot out regen the amount of fire rate you're doing with some of the weapons in the game, such as the Monarch, so do not worry about that. Click will be active for you guys, and Forge, of course, is going to give us some more ammo regeneration. Now for the blue tree, Demolition Woman, we went all the way down to Short Fuse. Because we did that, we wanted 5 points into Stainless Steel Bear. Now, although it is not advertised on the actual perk itself, a Stainless Steel Bear does boost Short Fuse's damage, so you definitely want to have 5 points in here. And then we picked up Fire in the Skag Den. As always, we're doing splash damage with Moze, therefore we will be getting bonus Incinerate damage. Means of Destruction is going to allow us to regenerate grenades, giving us the ability to keep throwing maddening trackers. Tor Cross Promotion, one of my favorite perks in this tree, is going to give us more splash damage by 42%, which is insane. If you can find a +4 actually in Tor Cross Promotion, you guys are really winning at life. But yeah, this is really insane, and it also has a chance to double your splash damage radius, which is already insane. So yeah, this is a beautiful perk right here to have. We also have Auto Bear. This is going to take off some aggro off of Moze. Whenever we're running around, we call out Iron Bear, and then we get out of him. He's going to weaken enemies for us, as well with the target softening weapon, so that's going to help us do even more damage to enemies. Pull the Holy Pin is great because this is going to allow our grenades to do extra critical hit damage, or actually have the chance to do critical hit damage. And what that's going to mean is we're going to be getting more damage from our grenades, and that makes Vampire work even better because we are going to be restoring whatever damage we get out of our grenades as health. So the more damage we do, the more health we get back. We have Explosive Punctuation. This is amazing because we're always doing splash damage, therefore our action skill cooldown rate is always getting lower and lower and lower, which makes Iron Bear come back really quick. And then obviously Short Fuse is just insane. You guys want to pick that up. It's a must-have. And then finally, guys, we are at 505 in terms of the Guardian rank, for those who care. And here are the modifiers we're running. We have More Than Okay Boomer. This is going to increase our grenade damage, which is amazing because increasing your grenade damage makes Minesweeper hit even harder, and also going to make your cloning matting tracker hit harder. Healing Avenger is very easy to deal with. Buddy System, when you're doing all that splash damage, the buddy systems die really quickly, as well as the enemies that the buddy system is affecting. So really easy way to deal with buddy system. And then Ticked Off, it's kind of sucky, kind of good at the same time, but very easy to deal with as well. And with that out the way, guys, let's look at some gameplay finally of this build once it's all said and done. I hope you guys enjoyed this build, guys. Go ahead and farm your lives away, man, because this is definitely worth it. Moze is probably one of the hardest hitting characters in the game. So yeah, let's go ahead and prove that to you guys. Let's go ahead and see the game. Alright guys, so we're at the Slaughter Shaft, and never mind the Deathless, it's just like the artifact I showed you earlier, the Atom Bomb Deathless. I want you guys to actually have a Victory Rush or Auto Idol if possible, but the moral of the story is I wanted to show you guys the damage. And you guys see I'm at the Slaughter Shaft, where a lot of people can struggle at because there's a lot of enemies and there's a lot of splash damage from the enemies as well, and we're handling it quite well. We're using a Plague Bearer right now. This thing is absolutely insane. I definitely recommend you guys pick this up. It's very easy to use. You can shoot the orb basically anywhere, and those homing projectiles is what's going to really do a lot of damage to all those enemies. If you hit the enemy directly with the orb, you're also going to basically one-shot him as well. But sometimes I find the enemies move a little bit faster than orb can actually get to them. So I just like to shoot the orb in the area of the enemy and let the projectiles do the rest. So you guys see this gun is doing work, man. So whew, you guys definitely pick up this gun if you guys do not have it already. But with that being said, what you want to know for the build really quickly, and I might hear it already in the comment section, is that the minesweeper can make people die sometimes. But that's why I like to use rocket launchers a lot, guys, because it allows you to practice your distancing. I don't have to go up in the enemy's face very often. I just can shoot my weapon and it does all the work for me. Same thing with the yellow cake. The yellow cake is a gun that you want to keep your distance from enemies to get the most damage. As you see right here, we're blowing up everything on the map. But yeah, guys, this is the most damage you can get with Moze in the game by far. So look no further. If you guys are damage fiends like myself, you guys will love this build. I love it. It's doing insane amount of damage for me. But I can understand that some of the stuff in the build is obviously god roll, so not everybody's going to get super lucky. It might take you guys quite a while to get all the gear. But nonetheless, if at least you guys have something to aim for and you guys see the results. I haven't seen a lot of finished Moze builds. I've seen a lot of like theory crafting Moze builds and people talking about having good gear. But this one is the finished product, guys. You're seeing it live. Moze is absolutely one of the top characters in the game, in my opinion. She's amazing, so definitely go ahead and level yourself up on Moze and get this set up. So now we're over at the Takedown, guys, and we are doing the same thing. We're using the Plague Bearer again for all these enemies. This is a good way to crowd control and just absolutely shred enemies. Again, we're using the Atom Bomb Deathless because I'm very stubborn. When I love my rolls on an artifact, I will use it anyways. But again, I wouldn't recommend you pull out a Deathless. You're going to die a little bit more once your shield depletes. But nonetheless, I'm keeping my distance away from the enemies as much as possible. And you see the rocket projectiles absolutely going ham for us, destroying enemies. That's why I really like the Plague Bearer so much. It's super amazing. If you guys are tired of using the yellow cake, this is a very, very good alternative to the yellow cake. I got a lot of comments talking about, oh, this is a yellow cake build and yada, yada, yada. But we're using a Plague Bearer, and you see it's the same result, guys. That's why I recommend you guys pick up some RPGs for this build, and you guys will be all set. Moze is amazing, and what's really great is that you don't run out of ammo with Moze. When your grenades hit critical hits, it refills your ammo as well. So you basically always have infinite ammo with your RPGs. And also what I like to do is also cancel reload. So when I get down to my last bullet, and I go into the animation feature, what I like to do is I throw out a grenade, and when I throw out a grenade, it cancels my reload. And what's going to happen is while my grenade is hitting critical hits, it's going to start refilling my ammo. So even if I'm at no more ammo, it's going to go back to 1, 2, 3, 4 ammo. So that's a really nice way of just spamming your rocket launcher even harder, and also spamming click click a little more too to get some more damage. And that's why I love the rocket launchers as well, because the mag size is so low that you get down to the click click 60% very, very quickly, because with every shot you're going lower and lower and lower into the mag size very early. And because most of the rocket launchers consume up to 2 to 3 ammo per shot, it's very easy to get low and use click click. But yeah, here you go, guys. You see we're using the corrosive version of the Plague Bearer and absolutely slapping the Valkyries. Just to let you know as well, the 300% wasn't taking place. The anointment 300% was not working in those kills because the enemies and the Valkyries were under 50% health, and you saw just the amount of damage that the Plague Bearer was doing without the 300% weapon damage increase. The only time the weapon damage increase is active is when the shield, when the enemies have their full shield and full health active, and I can have a good chance of doing a one-shot kill. But if the enemy has a little bit of health left, the anointment is not working anymore, like right there if you guys see on the screen. But nonetheless, guys, definitely give this a try out because you guys will not regret it. If you guys love damage like I do, you will love this build. Moze is very, very strong, guys. I think she's one of the top tier characters in the game, if I don't say so myself. She has survivability with the Shield of Retribution tree. She gets health steal with one of her perks in her green tree now. She also has health regen. She does some of the most damage that any character in the game can do, and with ease. She doesn't have to, like I said in the beginning of the video, sprint, shoot. She doesn't have to slide. She doesn't have to like action skill and 24/7. She just has to do splash damage, and she is going to be insane. So with that out the way, guys, although yes, Moze is quite slow, I would like to use a snowdrift when I go into battles like this against Wotan, so I can evade some of the rockets. But again, we switched over to the Berserker class mod that I had because it also had area of effect on it. So I switched to that because it wouldn't be viable. My shield would absolutely get crushed by Wotan's projectiles, and I would always be in fight for your life. So I just switched out of that because my stubbornness would get in the way. But you guys see how insane the damage is already. Again, guys, I cannot emphasize the amount of damage Moze is doing for us. And right now, you see Wotan's health is under that 90% range. So I'm not getting that 300% extra damage onto the plague bearer, and you guys can see just the amount of damage I am still able to do, and that is the power of area of effect, splash damage. As you see, I just shot myself right there because it ricocheted off of Wotan's shield, but because I'm basically one-shotting everything, it's very easy to get back up if ever I do die. But yeah, so right here we're about to finish off Wotan, guys. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below about the overall build, the finished product. I'm finished Moze. I was wondering too what you guys would also want to see in terms of Amara. I have nothing done on her. Would you like to see kind of more of a playthrough series with her and see the progression of me maximizing her, or do you just want to see the final product, the final build of Amara? Let me know down in the comment section below and we can figure something out together. But with that out the way, I hope this video helped you guys out. I hope I was informative enough and you guys can try to farm the gear. If you guys have any other questions, again, leave it in the comment section down below. I'll get to you guys as we absolutely obliterate Wotan. He's dead. And that's pretty much it, guys. So you see, we did the takedown. The build was capable of doing the slaughter shaft, and we keep in mind we were using a deathless build, and we survived the slaughter shaft and killed that. We did the whole majority of the takedown with a deathless on a non-deathless build. So yeah, you guys see that. Yeah, don't complain about survivability because this build kills enemies so fast that survivability is not even a question. As long as you know how to play with Moze, which I assume most of you do, you guys should be fine. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video again, and please smash that like my favorite boy, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. I'll see you in the next one. It's your boy Scare Soldier signing out. Peace.